Hi everyone, welcome to Learn with Dr. Ibrar. Today I'm gonna explain how to format your assignment, your paper in APA 7th edition. There are two specific guidelines for setting up your papers, one for professional and the other for the students. This is a tutorial for the students that include high school students, the college students, up to the graduate students as long as your paper is not for publish. Then you would follow the APA guideline for students instead of professionals. Let's go ahead and jump into today's lesson. A quick disclaimer: if your professor gives you any specific instructions that differ from this video, please follow those first and foremost because one, they are allowed to deviate from the APA standards, and two, they are the one that are going to be grading your work. Alright, so let's get started.
The first thing you want to do is pull margin, font, and line spacing. Up your blank document where you will be writing your paper in a software such as Microsoft Word or Google Docs. I'll be using Microsoft Word for this demonstration. Uh, the next thing you will want to do is ensure that your page margins are set up correctly. Actually, the APA requires a 1 inch margin on all sides of your page. This is actually the default setting in both Microsoft Word and Google Doc. But if you want to check your margins, you should simply go to the layout, then click on margins and select the second option. In this options, you can see from every corner of your page, from top, from bottom, left and right, it's a 1 inch. Just select on that. Then go back, uh, click the home button where we will move on the next step. The next thing you will want to do is set the font for your document. APS 7th edition does not specify a predetermined font. So long as the font is legible and consistent throughout the entire document, I personally prefer to use a Times New Roman size 12. So I'll just click on here on taskbar, select the Times New Roman, then hit this option, select the font 12. So now in my entire document, the font size will be a standard. After you set your font, you will format your paper in double line spacing. You do this by selecting the line space option here in taskbar. Then select the number option 2, this one. The next is we'll go back to the taskbar, click here on line spacing option. Here we'll make sure that in line spacing before and after paragraph there will be no line spacing, 0, and just click this one, don't add space between paragraphs of the same style, and then hit the OK button. That's perfect. Next thing you will want to do is creating the title page. You will start by hitting enter 4 times. One, two, three, and 4. And after that we want to move the text into the center, so we'll click it here. And also we want to make it bold, so either you can hit the bold button in taskbar or the short key control B in your Microsoft Word. So it's write a control B, so your title will be in boldface font. So, and another thing is all the title will be in capitalized, so except for the smaller words also known as the prepositions such as, and, a, the, if. So these proposition, if the proposition begins uh, 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 in the title, then it will be capitalized, like I'll write it here. So in this case, you can see the, that's a preposition at the start of the title, so it will be capitalized. And meanwhile, you can see the and, that is not capitalized, it's all written in small words. This is how you write the title. Do not abbreviate any word in your title. And if your title is long or has a subtitle, you can continue your title underneath, like you can write in a second line as well. After writing the title, now what you have to do? You have to hit enter twice. One, two, and then we have to unbold our text. So we'll go back to the taskbar and we'll hit back button bold and it will be unbold. Or again, you can press Control B, so it will be unbold. Here we will write the author's name, or the person who is preparing this document. Let's suppose I'm writing here like Muhammad Hamid, if there is only one author. And in case if you are working with a co-author, you would separate your names with an and. Like here I will write it here, and Noor Fatima. But if you have authors more than two, then you will separate with comma. You will not write it here and, you will put comma, again comma. You can write it here, let's suppose Haura Najib. And then if you have another author and the last author, put comma and Abdullah. So this is how you will list your author names. But for the sake of this example, we'll just say that we only have the two authors. So we'll just remove these and we'll put here and. This is just for an example. And after that, here we will hit enter again and type your affiliation line should include your department or division first, followed by a comma, and then university you are affiliated. Like I'm writing here Department of Economics, University of Bahrain. So once you're done with your affiliation, then hit enter again and write your course information. Let's suppose I'm writing here Econ 440 dash International Economics. And once you're done with your with your course information, again you will hit enter and you will write your teacher's name, whom you are going to submit this assignment or your project or your document. So let's suppose I'm writing here Dr. Muhammad Ibrahim. And lastly, you have to write it here due date. Let's suppose due date is 30th of September. And last thing is you have to enter a page number. How you will enter that? Just go to the header, double click on header, your header will be open. Now you'll go to the page number. Make sure that you have already a right align. Go back to the header and footer, insert the page number, go to the current position and hit the page number. You can see the page number is already pasted, but you have don't forget to check this different first page. Once you will having this box check, so once you will come back to the main document, just double click again, so it will be shown like this. Your page number will be inserted. Now another thing is you can hit enter twice and go back to the left align. Usually in updated 7th edition version of APA no longer requires the abstract. But if you have a requirement from your professor to enter or insert or write an abstract, so you can choose a left align to write an abstract. So I already have choose left align, then I'll hit the bold button, I'll write it here abstract. And then I'll hit enter again and unbold the document so I can write a short abstract, 150 words to 250 words. Usually we write an abstract. So here you can write your abstract. And once you'll finish your abstract, just go to insert the page break. So the new page will be open here. Now here your main body of your document will start. The first line of your second page always start from the title of your project or of your document. So I'll just copy the title, hit here, make it a center align. Then press enter, move to the left align. From here your main document will start like introduction. Once your title is pasted on the first line, you will align your text flush left to start your first paragraph. As a reminder, each paragraph in your body should be intended. You intend by hitting the tab key. For example, I'll just paste one paragraph here, then I'll show it to you. So your paragraph would be look like this. Press a cursor here, then press the button tab, then come to the new paragraph, again press tab. The paragraph should be look like this. And the next thing is headings. Headings are important when you are writing large papers because they help organize your content and they help the readers identify the context in each section of your paper. Heading should be a descriptive and concise, and the number of heading used will be determined by the length and a complexity of your paper. Under the APA 7th editions, there are five different level of headings. Level 1, that is the highest or the main level of headings, with the level 2 being the subheadings of level 1, and level 3 would be then be the subheadings for level 2, with level 4 and level 5 proceeding after. Here's how this would look an example. As you can see here, level 1 is bold and centered, as we have here the title. The heading 2 is proceeded with the left align, it's bold. If I have to write here another heading, let's suppose I'll write background, I'll make it bold, it will be italic. Now, this is a third level of the heading. The first level of the heading is your title, that is centered, aligned, bold. And the first heading will be, it will be left aligned and it will be bold. And the second heading, that is actually a subheading for your main second heading. This is a subheading and it will be bold and italic. Level 4 and level 5 follow the same formatting as 2 and 3. Generally, the students do not need to go past level 1 or level 2 at most, and it is if it's a short paper, heading may not be necessary altogether. Or maximum, the students are using level 1, 2, and 3 maximum.
The next thing is that how you can insert an in-text citation and detailed references in your document. So first we'll discuss the in-text citations. It depends in at what place you are going to insert in-text citations, at the start of the paragraph or in between or middle of the paragraph or at the end of the paragraph. If you are inserting at the start of the paragraph, so you have to write a last name of the author, and in bracket you have to write the year when it's the article or the study get published. So let's suppose I'm writing my last name. You can write it here, Abrar, that's last name. And my study was get published, let's suppose, in 2022, and you can put bracket. So that's how you'll insert a citation at the start of the paragraph. But if you have to insert the same citation at the end of the paragraph, then you will write the bracket, the name, you will remove this in between bracket and you will put in comma. So at the end, at the last of the paragraph, the whole citation will came in the bracket, but at the start of the paragraph, only the year will came in the bracket. But if you have to insert the same citation in middle of the paragraph, then it will be the same as you inserted at the end of the paragraph. It will be the same. This is when you have only single author in your article. But if you have a co-authors, like you have a two authors, if you have a two authors, at the start you will write and the last name of the second author. Let's suppose it's Muhammad Umar. So Umar is the last name, and then in bracket and the year. If you are writing at the end, then remove the comma, insert the I and symbol, and then write Umar and comma 2022. It will be the citation at the end of the paragraph, and the same will came in middle if you are inserting in the middle. This is how you can insert the citation at the start, in the middle, and at the end when you have when you have a two authors. But if you have a more than two authors, then you will just write the last name of the first author, then you write at space all dot year, and at the end how you will write, you will remove the last name of the second author, you write at all full stop comma 2022, and similarly you write in between uh, the middle of the articles at all full stop 2022. If you have a three authors, four authors, five authors, I mean multiple co-authors, so you will write in the same pattern. And uh, each paragraph, definitely each paragraph or sentence, you will having a citations to authenticate your statements, and each citation should have a detailed references at the end. So at the next stage, we'll see that how you can insert and write detailed references at the end of the paragraph. There are many softwares, many tools available to manage your citations, in-text citations, and detailed references, such as Mendeley, such as EndNote. Mendeley is a free and online database which you can use to manage your citation and references. I have already made a detailed video that how you can use the Mendeley to insert your citations in Microsoft Word, and how you can add a plugin, Mendeley plugin in your Microsoft Word and in your Chrome. So if you are interested to use such softwares to manage your citation and references as well as your library, uh, your reading library, so you can watch that video that is available in my library. Now we will move to the tables. If you have a table in your draft, then how you can format your tables as per the APS 7th format. So I have just inserted here a raw table, table 1, that's a personal data, and I have some columns and rows in this table. So we'll start from the first table 1. Table 1 should be bold. Either you can hit a bold button in your taskbar, or just press the control B, it will be bold, and the name of the table or the title of the table should be italic. So you can hit the I button on your taskbar, or control I, so it will be italic. Now just select the whole table. After selection the whole table, go to the taskbar, click on the borders here in this option, just select no borders. After that, just select the first row, go back to the same taskbar, select the bottom border and top borders, and also hit the bold button in taskbar to make it bold, and centered aligned text, and select the last row, go back to the taskbar, the borders, and hit the bottom border. That's all. The formatting is done for the table as per the APS format.
And the next is that is your reference list. So finally, that's a final section in your paper, and this is your reference list. The reference list should start on the next full page after the last page of your main body. The first thing you will want to do is to type the references. Like move, go to insert, put a page break, type references. That should be boldface at the top and in the center of your page, like you see it done here. From there you will hit enter, and align your text flush left to the references. Go back home, click on left align, make it unbold. As you know, this is the second line. References should be listed in alphabetical order and a hanging intended format. A hanging intended format, also known as a second line indent set of the first line of the paragraph by positioning it at the margin, and then it's in intending each subsequent line of the paragraph. Here is an example. You can select these references. You can click here on this paragraph setting, then go here on special, click hanging, and then hit OK. So you can see the second line to onward. If you have second line, a third line, that will be hanging, that will be inside from the first line. After your references list is completed, you should now have the three main sections of your 7th edition APA formatting. You would have your title page here, and then you have your body utilizing the headings and the subheadings when necessarily allowed by the reference page here.
That concludes today's tutorial. If you are still here right now, I hope that because you found this video useful. If you did find this video useful, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share it with your friends, and of course, subscribe for more videos like this every week. Thank you. Till next time.